Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much. If you look in the video description drop down on the YouTube channel for the daily forecasts, in there is ways to get in touch with me on my socials, how to find my Patreon page if you're interested in subscribing and getting the daily forecast a day early, plus the readings that are only available over there, or how to book a private reading with me. I am available for those. They are payable via PayPal and done over the phone. They're pretty easily booked and they happen pretty quickly. So that's always available to you. This is a broad spectrum reading for all signs. It's originally created for the 30th of May. It's a weekly reading, so it's the underpinning energy of the 30th of May through the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, through the 5th of June. I can't believe we're already at June. There is a major rain and thunderstorm going on right now, so you guys might hear it in the background. Just heads up. Like there's thunder. Do you hear that? Yeah. So it's just started to come down here. So hopefully I can film this without any technical issues. I hope I don't lose any electricity or internet. So this is a broad spectrum rating, so I will speak in broad terms. You have to figure out where these things apply in your life. Each card will represent for about a day or two of the week, maybe 3. You might experience only one of these cards this week or all of these cards and then some. It really depends. So kind of take what I say and figure out where it best fits in your life and then utilize it, to the best of your ability. If you're seeing this on a date that doesn't fall within these dates of the week, that's okay. There still might be a message in these cards for you if you keep an open mind and heart and just listen to what I'm saying and figure out if it fits. If it doesn't fit, that's fine. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken. You might just be working on something different at this time. Wow, it's really coming down. But let's see what these cards have to say to us this week. And that's my dog hacking up a hairball. Wow, hear that thunder? I don't know if you guys can hear it. Really dark skies outside. Okay. So our first card is the Ace of Swords. Bang on. I like this for the beginning of the week. We've been dealing with a lot of Swords energy, right? In the week previous, we had the King of Swords, and then we had the Geminian energy of the Lovers, and then we had the Eight of Swords on Saturday morning. So this Ace of Swords to me feels like a breath of fresh air, right? Aces are about, to me, when I think of the singularity of the number 1, as far as the ace would represent, it brings the focus back to ourselves, right? It also is like sort of this out of the ordinary or out of nowhere sort of revelation that an ace can represent. Swords being the element of air or that of the intellect or mind would represent our thoughts, our beliefs, our, it could be new ideas even coming to us. Excuse me. It also represents clarity, honesty, the truth. To me, when I look at this, we see that crown with the wreath. That is also about celebration, right? Or victory in a way. Now, I'm not going to say that everything is all easy peasy, but I do feel like we might be able to conquer or find new ways of seeing things, at least, mentally, in the early part of this week. That ideally should free us in a way. I feel a bit of freedom with this card this morning. I feel a bit of inspiration. I feel like a renewal taking place. I hope that's the case. We do have Mercury has just gone retrograde, so is Saturn and Pluto, so we've got 3 planets retrograded, but we do have that lunar eclipse that just happened, so there's a lot of heady energy happening with the planets. I feel like this, to me, is us not allowing that to get in our way. This is about us being clear in our thought and our mind. This is about us sort of having maybe a singularity of purpose or a drive mentally that we listen to or pay attention to. It's very much our truth. It's very much something that should propel us throughout the early part of the week. And let me say this, our truth, if any of us have like situations we're dealing with that we're struggling with or that we're angry about, our truth is not about finding blame with anybody else. I just need to throw that out there. This is about clarity. This is about freedom. This is about maybe if we're dealing with a situation that we don't like or that is uncomfortable for us, this is about us freeing ourselves from said situation in a mental capacity that is to be celebrated. We're no longer like having our buttons pressed, hopefully. We're having a new set of eyes or perceptions around a situation that is allowing us to have the freedom to see it in a new way, that we can move in maybe a different direction, direction that might be more honest and for our benefit. I hope that makes sense. Whoa, that was really close lightning. Okay, let me get this done before I lose power. All right, the next card, oh shit, is the Ace of Wands, guys. So aces again, I'm gonna say it again, focus on the self. The wands would be the fire, the spirit, taking action. What is it that we desire? What is it that we want? There could be a big turnover in the early and the midweek, right? As far as again, we're talking about new perceptions coming out of nowhere, new opportunities, new desires, new directions we may want to move towards. Inspiration is the key here with the aces, right? Feeling inspired, in desire of something, wanting to go after it, feeling like it's very much possible. We may be at the very beginning stages of it. That's all of the leaves that we see growing on this wand. But we do feel inspiration and desire towards wanting to take action to make it happen. There's possibility here. There's a lot of energy in these aces. I would expect you guys to feel lit up, ready to go, ready to take action, and the truth of that action, right? It all falls on our shoulders with these two aces in the early part of this week, is my feeling. We're going to get out there. It's the phrase that comes to mind for me is that if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself, kind of thing. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like, I feel when I'm looking at these two aces is, I'm excited because we're moving and we're shaking. We're getting stuff done this week. We're going after what it is that we know to be true for ourselves and what it is that we sort of feel at the deepest core of ourselves. This would be the Ace of Wands, as to what is truest for the deepest form of ourselves as to what we want, right? And then starting to maybe formulate a plan. And we certainly have the clarity of mind to do so with that Ace of Swords at the beginning. And then the last card, shit, this is a crazy week, is the Magician. Magician is associated with Aquarius energy. Hold on. Do not chew that chair. No. The Magician is associated with Aquarius energy. It is about creation also. It's about having the four. If you look here at the card, the Magician is about the pure creative force of sort of taking spirit and making it manifest on the physical plane. When we look at the Magician, he has access to all four of the elements, all working in his favor. He has a wand, he has a sword, a cup, and a pentacle. He can decide where he goes. This week, to me, I feel like is a pivot week. Not even a pivot, but a redefining week for some of us. The truth of the Ace of Swords brings our mind to a state of realization or awareness, illumination, inspiration, whatever you want to call it. That Ace of Wands will be about aligning the spirit to that, feeling the energy and the desire to want to start to take action and formulate the plan towards moving towards this new thing or this inspiration. This Magician is the physical manifestation of that, right? He is on the physical plane, almost calling down, if you look at his hand, calling down sort of the magic of his own spirit, his God, his angels or guides, and making those things kind of come to fruition at the physical level. So this is about, when I look at these three cards, this is seriously about what do we want to manifest in the next, say, I would be looking at the next 6 months, guys, or maybe even year, right? We're at the midpoint of the year. So it feels like with these two aces and then the Magician, which is the first card of the Fool's Journey, we're talking about doors opening up. We've got 1, 1, 1. This is like a no-joke reading, guys. This is about new beginnings and taking sort of responsibility for making those new beginnings happen. Riding this energy, even if like sort of we might be feeling, the pull of the retrogrades where things might not be, necessarily working out in our favor, we're not letting that get in our way with these two aces and the magician. We're like, nope, I'm doing me now. I'm putting the focus on me. What do I want? What do I know to be true? And then how do I go about making that happen? Calling that into action, beginning to manifest that from deep within my spirit, from within the clarity of my mind. What like sort of steps, path, opportunities am I going to create for myself to move myself forward, right? So I would really seriously, and Aquarius energy is also very expansive, and also it's air related energy too. So I feel like we are shifting the power of our mind into a place where it's working more with our spirit, and then it's beginning to hopefully manifest those desires, goals, dreams for ourselves on the material plane. I'm not saying that we're going to necessarily see the physicality of those manifestations this week, but we're certainly going to start to put those plans into action. We're certainly going to start to believe in the power of our own creation. We're certainly going to start to find and look for where our own magic and skill set lie. The magician is aware of his skills. He's not like, doubting them or worried about them. He knows he has sort of a right to them. He sort of even demands them with his hand, as above, so below. I almost lost power again there too. All right, so let's go to the Botanical Oracle. We have this word patience. It's the trout lily. We've seen this flower a lot. Again, this is a similar theme because this makes me think about this water, and then we have this storm like washing away everything. This patience is about, I think, honestly, getting patient with ourselves in mind and heart, and allowing ourselves the freedom that come with these two aces. And then the belief of this magician is sort of believing in ourselves, being patient with ourselves in the situations around us this week, to allow them to not weigh us down, but to allow them to sort of free us up, right? Where our vibration, to me, when I look at these three aces, or the two aces and the magician, is about raising our vibration and our belief in what's possible, in where we align and how. And so being patient and allowing that to come through is going to be key. Paying attention too. Let's look to the grounding stone and see what the grounding stone is for this. Okay. So the grounding stone for this week that we should be grounding in throughout the entirety of the week is the word joy. Joy is of extremely high vibrational energy. Whatever it is that we seek, that we know that will bring us joy, whatever joys we experience this week, we need to amplify. And that also would be the magician's work. That would also be these aces too. When we have those moments of joy or happiness, we need to really sort of settle into them and acknowledge them. Understand, this is the vibration that I like. This is the feeling that I want more of. These are the experiences that I want to be similar and to come to me. These are the things that I call to myself, right? This patience, this trout lily to me is about sort of being patient with the situations around us that maybe aren't bringing us joy, but then turning our attention towards things that do bring us joy, right? And sitting in that, or vibrating in that purposefully, consciously, actively going after it, chasing it. For ourselves. That's the energy and the exuberance of the aces and the demand of the magician. We're not sitting around waiting for it to be handed to us. We're going out and creating it, guys. That is your forecast. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button. I look forward to seeing how this energy builds. I will see you guys tomorrow. Please hit subscribe and the notification bell, and have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.